What'd you think?
I don't know. It was pretty interesting.
Interesting. I could just about stay awake.
Well, I've never been on a jury before.
Oh, yeah? First time?
Yeah.
Well, I've been on plenty of juries before, and let me tell you something. These lawyers, they can just talk and talk and talk, even with an open and shut case like this. I mean, did you ever hear someone talking about nothing?
Well,
You set the table, Cat?
I just thought we'd want to see the keep, he said.
Seems a little much, don't you think? This should take 2 minutes at most.
Hope this all goes quick, man. I got tickets to the baseball game tonight. Yankees gonna step up big time. Yankee fan?
No, Baltimore.
Baltimore. Man, that's a shame. I mean, that's getting hit in the face every game. That's a smack. I'm sorry, man. Baltimore.
All right, gentlemen, if we could take our seats, please. Gentlemen, you guys make your coffee.
Any seat?
You can take a seat, please. All right, everybody sit down. Sir, over by the table. Sir, can you join us? Please sit down.
So are we sitting in any order here?
We could go around the table clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What difference does it make?
Well, I just thought it would be helpful if we sat in order.
Let's keep things organized.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Well, we'll go clockwise right around the table. All right, gentlemen. We can do this any way you want to. I mean, I don't make the rules here. We can start off with a preliminary vote. We can talk about it.
I believe it's customary to begin with a preliminary vote.
Can we just vote, please? Can we just vote? Let's just vote.
Everyone wants to vote? Okay. We'll take a vote. Just remember that the vote has to be unanimous. In this state, the accused, if found guilty, could be facing the death penalty by lethal injection.
Look, we're all aware of that.
Let's just get on with it.
Yeah, let's see who's where, please.
All right, let's take a vote, gentlemen. Let's do this by raising our hands. All those who think he's guilty, hands up, please. Hands up for guilty. All right, hands up for guilty. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not guilty. Hands down. Hands up for not guilty. 1. We have 1 not guilty. It's 11 to 1. 11 guilty, 1 not guilty. That's where we are.
All right, so what do we do now?
I guess we talk.
You really think he's not guilty?
I don't know.
Look, let's be reasonable here. You were out in that courtroom. This man is a dangerous killer. It's obvious.
He's not a man. He's a 19-year-old.
Look, that's old enough to kill somebody, okay?
This is ridiculous. They proved it a dozen different ways. You want me to list them for you?
No.
Then what do you want?
I just want to talk.
Okay. What is there to talk about? I mean, the kid stabbed his dad. His dad is dead. I mean, there's nothing. We all understand this, but you don't for some reason.
Look, these kids run through the issues like animals. They're born liars.
I don't know whether I believe it or not.
Then what did you vote not guilty for?
It's not easy for me to just raise my hand and possibly send a kid to his death.
Wait a second, pal. Who says it's easy for me? All right, I voted the way I did because I honestly think he's guilty.
It was easy for you. It was easy for you. Just want to talk.
Fine, you want to talk? I got a story for you. Let's talk. So a pimp's walking down the street with this llama, okay? And then
Excuse me, we're not here for that.
Then why the hell are we here?
I don't know. Maybe no reason at all. We just got this kid, okay? His mother dies, when he's 9 years old. His father, he's in and out of jail for drugs. He's a wild, angry kid, but he got that right by getting hit in the head hard every day of his life. I just think we owe him a few minutes.
Look, mister, we don't owe that kid a goddamn thing.
That's right, this man is exactly right.
Look, he got a fair trial, didn't he? You know how much that cost? He's lucky he got that. Now you're expecting us to believe knowing what he is. Look, I've known trash and filth like this all my life.
Only an ignorant man would say something
Now
like
listen.
That's a disgusting statement. Something should be pointed out to this man. This ain't church.
Shut the hell up! The man talk for a second, would you? God, bunch of wise guys, huh? God's name, what's the matter with you people? Can't we please discuss the facts calmly?
You know what? Fellas, I got this idea. So I'm just gonna throw up the flagpole, see a few troops saluted. It seems like it's our job to go around this table and explain to this gentleman why he's wrong. So we can just, go around and, it's just an idea.
No, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's go around the table. Number 2, why don't you start?
Me? Well, I think he's guilty. I mean, no one else could prove otherwise.
Excuse me, no one has to prove otherwise. The boy could have just sat there and said nothing. The burden of proof rests with the prosecution. That's our law.
I know that. I'm not stupid.
Look, here's what I think, okay? And I don't have any personal feelings about this one way or the other, okay? These are just the facts. Fact number 1, this kid was arrested twice for knife fights, okay? So he's no stranger to violence or a knife. Fact number 2, the old lady across the street saw this killing take place. She heard the boy yell, "I'm gonna kill him." Then she saw the body hit the floor. Now what more do you need?
Why would the boy yell, "I'm gonna kill you," loud enough for the whole neighborhood to hear? I was watching him on the stand. He's much too bright for that.
Right? He's a common ignorant Slav. You don't even speak good English.
Look, even if he said it,
What do you mean, if?
I mean, it's an expression we all use, "I'm gonna kill you." It doesn't mean we actually are gonna kill him. It's like, "Dear, you spend any more money on that credit card, I'm gonna kill you." Or, "Son, you clean your room. You do what I say or I'm gonna kill you."
Look, he said it, he yelled it from the top of his lungs.
No, it's a
He
conversation.
meant it.
Excuse me. For one Christmas, I got really angry at my brother. He got a little drunk and I shoved him. And I yelled out I was gonna kill him, but I didn't mean it.
Yo, Baltimore, please, all right? We don't need your life story, okay?
Gentlemen, please. I thought we were going in order here.
Well, now we're not.
Look, that kid said it, he meant it. Nobody would say a thing like that in the way he said it and not mean it. Crying out loud, this is silly.
Excuse me, but the woman did see the murder with her own eyes. This is the sworn testimony we're talking about.
Sworn testimony.
Look, this is pointless, okay? You want to be stubborn and hang this jury, go ahead, okay? But that kid's gonna be tried again and be found guilty.
Stop playing with games.
Look, you gotta look at the facts here. You're just being plain unreasonable.
Gentlemen, I have a proposal. All of you vote against. I'll abstain. But you vote one by one, by the numbers. And if all of you vote guilty again, then I'll change my mind.
Now you talk, that's good, it's good, let's go.
Sensible thing you said all day. Come on, let's get this vote on.
Come on, guys.
All right, juror 1 votes guilty. 2?
Guilty.
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 Not guilty.
Oh, come on.
What the hell are you doing to us over here? I mean, first you vote guilty with us, and then all of a sudden this goody two-shoes preacher over here starts talking about poor slum kids who can't help it just start killing people? I mean, that's sick for crying out loud. But you throw a couple of dollars in his collection plate. Hey, why don't you shut the fuck up?
Yo, come on.
You have something to say? You're damn right I'm excited. We're trying to punish a guilty man here with somebody spinning us fairy tales, and we're all listening for Christ's sake.
Hey, listen, let's
Come on, why don't we just give his knife back and throw him back in the streets for Christ's sake? You want to know why I changed my vote? I don't give a rat's ass why you changed your vote. I really don't give a shit.
Go ahead. Ignore him. Go ahead. We'll all listen.
Please, let's hear what he has to say.
The man gambled for support. I gave it to him.
The extra innings already, you know?
Just an excuse me.
I think we should take a break. There's one guy in the bathroom.
Well, you know, I think under the circumstances, might not be a bad idea.
Gentlemen, 10 minutes? 10 minutes, younger.
Listen, I want to talk to you for a minute. Look, you're a nice guy and everything, but you're wasting our time. You're wasting your time. What are you trying to prove with this whole charade?
Let's suppose it was you, out there on track.
Look, I'm just a working man. My boss does all the supposing for me. But suppose this. Suppose this kid is guilty. You change everyone's minds to not guilty. What happens then? What if he did kill his dad? Think about that.
All right, gentlemen, let's get back to it here. Who wants to start? I'll start off. Here's a woman lying in bed. Here's a racket. Looks through the window and sees the goddamn murder happen.
The windows of an L.
Yes, through the windows.
Wait a minute. The woman testified that she saw the murder happen through the windows of the last 2 cars of a 6-car L train.
Oh, come on.
Wait a minute. Now, she remembered the most insignificant details. The most insignificant. How can you refute that?
And remember, there was nobody on the train. They spent a whole day in that in court. And the woman knew the kid all her life. She's testified on an oath about that. Why the hell would she lie?
I have a question for you. You don't believe the boy. How come you believe the woman? She's one of them, isn't she?
You're a real smart fella, aren't you?
All right, come on, relax now.
Hey, we don't need that.
You're a wise ass, too.
We don't need that. Take it easy, will you?
Does anyone here know how long it takes for an L train to pass by a given point? What? 10 seconds, say. All right, can we all agree it takes about 10 seconds?
Hey, could you please bless us with your point, Captain?
All right,
Obvious?
well, let's just ask, has anyone here actually lived by an L train?
Well, I never actually lived by one, but I said I'm paying a house.
And was it noisy?
Yeah, it was real noisy.
Yeah, I lived by one, and I tell you, when that train came by, there was so much racket, I couldn't hear myself think.
What's your point?
I'm saying that for that old woman to see the murder through the last windows of the train and to hear the boy call out, "I'm gonna murder you," with all that rumbling and racket, it's just not possible.
He yelled it at the top of his lungs, goddammit! We're talking seconds here. Nobody can be that certain.
I believe that testimony that's gonna take a man's life has to be that certain.
Yeah, I don't think she could have heard it.
You know what? I don't think she could have heard it either.
What are you guys talking about? Why would she lie, for Christ's sake? For attention.
Could you stop this? I'm telling you, I lived amongst these people my whole life.
Hey, we don't need that yelling.
Yes, baby, we're doing some yelling around here. You ain't doing shit. Everybody else is going everybody's
I'm
way.
conducting this, all right?
Why'd you stop acting like an ass?
What?
What? Ass.
Hey,
let's
you
just
wanna run
calm
this?
down.
Why don't you get up here?
Stop, please,
Come on,
stop.
let's just take it easy. Come on.
You think it's so easy. Why don't you just come
No,
up here?
no, there's no need for
Hey,
that.
you run,
Hey,
please.
you're doing a
Man's life is at
fabulous
stake
job.
here.
Don't let him get
All right, you
you.
wanna run it?
Can I finish now?
I don't care what you do.
I looked at this old woman a long time. She had holes in her stockings. She tried to hide them. She was ashamed of it. It's important for old people to feel important, to be quoted, to be listened to, if only just for once.
So, are you saying she lied just to be important?
No, I'm saying she might have convinced herself that she heard something.
What?
Where did you come up with this crap, huh? Come on.
What do you know about it?
I speak from experience.
What the hell is going on here? You guys are getting all confused. You're picking apart the little minor details. You're not looking at the whole picture. Believe me, this neighborhood is a breeding ground for criminals. I know. And the real trash comes from places like this. You know what I mean?
Hey, wait a minute. I grew up in the slums. I lived there my whole life. I played in parks that were covered in trash. Maybe you can smell that trash on me. No. We did. Hey, you think I'm trash?
Everybody getting so excitable for here. Maybe it's about time we stopped acting like kids here. These emotional outbursts are getting us nowhere at all. Let's deal in facts.
Facts are sometimes colored by the people who present them. I switch my vote to not guilty.
I want to hear more.
Okay, gentlemen, the vote is now 9.
here with this guy.
Well, I mean, none of us picked up the train noise.
Look, forget about the goddamn train. Where the hell is that goddamn? Look, that kid dug this knife into his father's chest, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, this knife. You know, you made a real good point about the train. And I understand that. But the boy said this knife fell through a hole in his pocket. This is a very uncommon looking knife. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No.
Well, you know, the pawn shop owner said that he's never seen anything like it either. It's, you know, one of a kind. That's what he said. So what you're saying is this knife was picked up by someone else and plunged into the father's chest just to test how sharp it is.
Exactly right.
Oh, no, I'm only saying that it's possible that someone else stabbed the father with a similar knife.
I'm telling you, it's not possible. This knife is one of a kind. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing?
What the deuce?
You can't bring that.
Where did you get this?
I went for a walk last night. Picked that knife up a couple blocks away from the kid's house. Cost me $6.
You know, it's illegal to buy these things.
So I broke the law.
What's that mean? It could be 10 knives like that.
The odds are 1,000,000 to 1.
That's right.
But it's possible.
But not probable.
The knife doesn't mean a goddamn thing.
Excuse me, Mr. Foreman, but I would like to switch my vote.
All right, the vote is now 8-4.
Damn it! This is so freaking cute. This is ridiculous.
What's it take?
Damn it. What is this, love your underprivileged brother week? This clown over here has everybody fooled, but he ain't fooling me. What's the matter with you guys? This kid's guilty. He's gotta be guilty. We'll let him slip right through our fingers.
What slipped through our fingers? Who the hell are you? What are you, the executioner now?
I'm one of them.
I feel sorry for you. You know, you're a sick, you're a twisted,
Shut your mouth.
pathetic
You can't talk to me that way.
animal.
Think about it. I'll kill you. Calm down.
You didn't mean what you said, though, did you? You didn't actually want to kill me, did you? Did you?
So relax.
You know what? Let's take a break.
It's getting late. I'm hungry. How about Chinese food or something, all right? guys?
Yeah, I'm in the mood for McDonald's.
Sounds good. I can get you some coffee, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, an hour? Can't leave the building, gentlemen, but we'll meet back here in an hour.
So much for McDonald's.
Did they pay for this?
No, I don't think so. Work too. You got to be about 17 or so, and then we had a fight. We got shot in the ribs. God, I could hardly breathe for a week. He left the house that night. Haven't seen him for about 9 years. These damn kids, they just rip your heart out. I behaved badly out there. It was a poor show. I mean, I'm an excitable man. I know that. He had no right to talk to me that way. You know what things he was calling me? I mean, anybody would have believed her stat with that, for crying out loud. I was just trying to get under my skin. Really, just trying to.
You did an excellent job of it.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's let's start off with another vote, because I've been thinking and I want to change my vote to not guilty. Hands for not guilty?
I'm convinced. Not guilty.
7. Guilty votes are now the minority. Guilty votes are jurors 3, 4, 7, 10, and 12.
Look, gentlemen, I'm missing my game, and I know you all got places to be, okay? So why don't we just take this into the judge, okay? We're a hung jury.
The judge isn't going to accept a hung jury from us. We haven't been here that long.
Well, why don't we go find out?
I agree. This is getting very silly.
Hey, we can't give up now.
The bailiff said something about 7 o'clock. It seems like a reasonable time for me.
You know, guys, there's something of a meaning to ask. Excuse me. Come on. Yeah, you all had your chances. Thank you. You see, here's the thing. The boy was 5'7" inches tall. The dad, we're told, is 6'2". That's a difference of 7 inches. And I just can't see how the boy could have done the downward stabbing that this described.
You old ladies will never learn, will you? Look, I guess I'm going to have to demonstrate, okay? Now look, somebody stand up now. Give me that knife. Now look, pay attention, because I'm going to try to do this right now. What was he, 6, 7 inches shorter? About 7 inches. Okay, how's that? Down a little more. Do that. That's good. A little more. All right, now watch.
That's not as funny.
What's the matter with you guys? What's wrong with you? What are you talking about? Nobody's hurt here. Is anybody hurt here? No. That's how I would look. There's the angle. Down and in. That's how I would do somebody taller than me. Show me where I'm...
Well, there it is. It all makes sense.
He's right. He did it, Daddy-O. He's right. He skinned the kitty. He did the dirty
Would you be
deed.
quiet? Skin the kitty. Just go sit down. All right, pay attention, people. You're letting your sympathy for this kid overrule your logic. Stop kidding yourself. That boy used that knife to kill his father.
Tell him, fella. Listen to this man. He knows exactly what he's talking about.
Don't let our emotions clog our brains. You said nothing concrete. The boy is guilty.
Wait, you don't know that.
Yeah, but I can reason that, which is what everyone here should be doing.
Hold on. Use this. Hey, has anybody ever seen someone use this knife before?
Is that something to brag about?
I haven't.
Have you? Have you ever seen someone use this knife? Well, I have. Funny why I forgot about that.
Holy shit.
I guess you just try to block things like that out. But you use this knife underhanded. Never overhanded, only underhanded. It's easier to switch hands. There's no way that boy from that neighborhood who's been in knife fights would ever use his knife any other way. There's just no way.
Are you
Right?
Most definitely.
Ridiculous.
So is that concrete enough for you for reasonable doubt?
Mr. Foreman, I'd like to change my vote to not guilty.
What the hell are you doing to us?
I have a reasonable doubt. This is not about personal triumph here.
Thank you, sir. An honest man.
Hey, you know what a joke this is, okay? We are going to be here forever. This will never end. We're gonna go round in circles, you know. I got a baseball game to go to, okay? And I'm already tremendously late. All right, so can we just please look? You know what? I changed my vote. All right, not guilty. Not what? Yeah, I'm changing my vote. I want to get the hell out of here. All right.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, listen, old man, I don't need you. Okay, I don't need.
That's not an answer.
You too, huh? Look, stay out of it.
What kind of man are you?
Oh, please, look. Will you sit down?
You have sat here and voted guilty because of some baseball tickets burning a hole
Who
in
do
your
you think
pocket.
you are, huh?
And now you
Who do you
change your
think you
vote
are?
because you say you've had enough.
Oh, listen, all right?
Who says you have the right to play with a man's life?
I'll play with this, man. All right? I ain't gonna.
You won't not guilty. Do it because you think he is innocent.
I'll do it.
Not because you have had enough.
Look, I don't have to answer to you,
Don't you have
okay?
the guts to do what's right.
Is that? Look, I'll do whatever I want. All right?
Guilty, not guilty.
Well, I told you, not guilty.
Why?
Just don't think he's guilty.
That makes it 9-3.
Mr. Foreman, change my vote to not guilty too.
Well, now it's 10-2.
I don't understand you people. You're not going to tell me you believe that story about losing a knife. These people lie. Hell, they don't even know what the truth is. And let me tell you something. They don't need a big reason to kill someone either. They drink, and before you know it, bang, somebody's lying in the gutter. That's not their fault, though. That's their nature. They're very violent. And let me tell you something. They take drugs and breed like animals. And they don't care about anything. But some things are good about them. I'll be the first one to admit to that. But you know something? There's a danger here. I have to warn you, okay? This is not right. These people, I know this kid, okay? He's a liar. They're all liars, okay? And what's going on here? You don't know them like I do. I know these people. You gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to me. Listen to me.
Shut up and don't speak again.
Still think he's guilty?
It's 11-1.
So what do we do now?
You're all alone.
I don't care if I'm alone. I'm entitled to my opinion.
You're entitled.
Yes, and I still say this kid is guilty.
We want your arguments.
We've been over this all goddamn day. We've been over this. I'm not. That's it.
We're not convinced.
You're not convinced.
Take your time. We've got all day.
Look, every goddamn thing that went on in that courtroom says this kid is a killer. Do I look like an idiot or something to you guys, huh? You've taken every single fact of this case and you've twisted them and turned them. Every goddamn single fact. The L train. 10 seconds, 15 seconds. What is? Gives a goddamn about that. Damn it. And the knife, you want us to believe, this clown wants us to believe that this kid was so good with a knife. He was so good with a knife that he couldn't have did the killing. Now listen to that. He's so good with a knife that he couldn't have done the killing. I mean, that's backwards thinking, for Christ's sake. Can't you guys see that? It's backwards. You guys don't want to see the goddamn truth about this kid. He's a rotten kid. He's rotten to the core. Believe me, I know about rotten kids. I should write the goddamn book on rotten kids, let me tell you that. They just don't give me any respect. They just take and take. I mean, you work your heart out, day in, day out, year after year, for what? For what? So you grow up and manhandle you like you're some animal. Piece of garbage or something. My son. I lost my son. Oh, God.
God, what am I gonna do? I lost